Hi, this is Mike with OPST. We're on the water here today. Wanted to kind of let you guys in on a new rod we're working on, and it'll be out shortly. Shooting for here less than a month, so we might hold this and show you when it comes out. But last year I started working on a rod. We have our Pure Skagit 11.5 foot 8 weight. This series is we're going to call the SHS, and what we wanted to do is beef it up. So our Pure Skagit threw a 375 to 400 grain, depending on your casting style. Great rod, casts amazing, but we wanted one that if you got a really big steelhead or you got a really big trout or a big salmon that you feel confident and you have the power to turn that fish into current. So that's what we started working on this rod. Along the way, we found new graphite that's phenomenal, and as soon as the first cast that we made with it on the action, that once we got the action dialed in, we're like, wow, this thing's for real. And it's been about a year in the making. I've been out here field testing, casting. It looks similar to our other rods, so most people just think we're fishing the other rod, but we're actually spending the time to test the rod and throw different scenarios at it, throw different tips at it, throw different fly sizes at it, and it takes everything that we've thrown at it. It's been a pleasure to cast. It's been a lot of fun. Things that you've seen in the past of some of the other videos as we've been talking about is, first off, we have the new cork. On this rod, again, we're going to go down locking like we did on the micro Skagit stuff with the 3, 4, and 5 when we went to full wells. Same down locking cork, same taper design, of course, a little longer, a little bigger. Same concept though, where most guys at Skagit, some will hold like this, but the newer traditionals or newer school thought of it is you'll typically hold your rod like this. So we wanted to give a good spot there that's just natural. Your finger slide in there, it locks in place. And the reason why the guys hold a rod like this versus like this is because this is a swivel. If you watch all of Ed's videos, he's always talking about the swivel. This bottom hand is control. You'll pull with that, but everything moves around this. And if you're up here like this, everything is much stiffer. It's much harder to make those motions. So that's why you'll see rods with design like that. And like I said, we've worked on this and it just feels really natural in the hand there. We'll have some upgrades on the rod that you don't see here because this is the prototype. We'll have a new reel seat on the production rod, which is really nice. Our guide colors will change. We'll still have our recoil titanium guides, of course, with the ceramic inserts. That's a must for us, and we really like those. We'll change the blues out. We're gonna have a smoke gray finish on the thread wraps replace where the blue's at. We'll have a smoke gray reel seat, a little more fine-tuned. Still will have the wood inserts where everyone's gonna be a little bit different color, so every rod is unique. Like I said, I think you'll like this. We're throwing this, and the line that has been our favorite is our Commando 425. And what we say about that is we'll go into talk about lines, and guys will, depending on your casting style, that can vary 25 grains on either way. And everyone's a little bit different, but a 425 we come up with is that happy medium. And majority of people will love this rod with a 425. If you're like Ed and you like lighter, you go down to a 400. And some guys, like Ed's an example, he might still throw a 375 on this, but the average guy doesn't want to go that light. 425's happy. It can throw our 10 foot 110 grain tips, all the heaviest stuff. You can throw your 3-inch winter steelhead flies without any problems whatsoever. And yet you can still drop down and throw a light sink tip and throw your smaller stuff. If you get into low clear conditions and you're like, I'm going to shrink down, this rod's going to throw it beautifully. I think you guys will like them. I think it's going to be a real game changer, and I think that you'll be impressed at how well they cast.